We're gonna go live on YouTube in 1 minute, and we'll be starting in 5 minutes exactly on time. Yes, that's it. Okay, so it's like takes like 1 minute delay. Okay. You can put your cameras now. So, yeah, volume off, please. We are live now. Please start your cameras. No loudspeakers, please. Bon dia. Kalimera. Buongiorno. Buenos dias. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to EduPlat's International Congress for Language Teachers. Yesterday, we had a fantastic day. Many teachers presenting, excellent resources, excellent attitude towards sharing, helping others who are at the end changing the world, teaching their students. This is what we want to do, and we want to continue that, but we also want to give value to all people that are in a way contributing to society that way. It is very important. I think I mentioned that yesterday, that we people, we get burnt out mainly not from working too hard, from not getting enough feedback of what we're doing. And this is very important. As a workaholic, I can tell you that whenever I get good feedback, I just keep going and I leave like that. And I really like it. And I'm sure that many people have the same. And I'm not saying this just because I feel that way. I'm saying this because there is lots of research being done on burnt out, and it all shows that this is very important. So we understand that teachers, they have very good motivation. We understand that teachers at the same time have limited amount of time. All the teachers presenting yesterday were teachers that were motivated, but they also, the time is very limited. We also understand that some teachers that were yesterday couldn't make it today because they have family commitments, because they have many other things to do, and that's fine. So I'm going to tell you what is going to go on today. First, I'm going to start presenting, we're going to start presenting some people that have been nominated for an award, okay? And the way it's going to happen is that the people that you see in the panel are going to be doing that. And then those of you who are watching us doing that, what you can do, you can send an email to laura@eduplat.org. Laura, say hello to everyone. Yeah, she's there. She's going to be reading these emails. She's a bit surprised because I've just told her that this is going to happen. Okay, so please, if you think that you want to nominate someone else, send laura@eduplat.org an email telling them the name of the presenter that you think that you want to nominate and the reason. This is very important, okay? You will see what we're doing because we coordinators here, we have already put some candidates since yesterday, since we finished. We had dinner, we were talking, some people went swimming, we had to relax because we also got a lot of work here. And then during the night, this morning for breakfast, we were already getting some candidates in. It's been very difficult because all the presentations were very good. But obviously, you know, we want to give some rewards. But we want to give you the possibility to do that as well. And remember, you can nominate anyone you want. Okay, you just need to send laura@eduplat.org an email with the person, the reason, and then she eventually will put you in the presentation that we're going to be sharing. And then eventually, when it comes to the person that is going to be presented, then you talk about why you think that person should be nominated. Okay, now very important. Okay, there might be some people that are left out. Yeah, this does not mean that their work was not excellent. This just means that, well, we just happen to get more inspiration from others, and that's okay as well. If you see that person has already been nominated, but you have another reason to give a certificate, you can say it twice, okay? At the beginning, the coordinators, we try really hard not to repeat the same person. There were some people who were nominated a few times, but it's okay if you have, you know, a special different reason for nominating someone else. You want to talk about that teacher and especially that resource that was presented, okay? Then once we go through all the people that have been nominated, we'll have a little break because we don't always need breaks as well. And then once we've done that, we'll come back, we'll say the time that we're coming back, and there will be new presentations. Okay, we have I have here actually right on my right Marius, who managed to get here to Portugal. He's saying hello. So he's going to be first presenting. There's going to be other people presenting other resources, and I also want to invite you to do the same. Okay, we don't know how many people are going to be able to present. We don't know because obviously this is like flexible. But if you have a resource that you didn't manage to present yesterday, and I know that many people wanted to present other resources, today might be your opportunity. And many people, I remember, they were sending us emails saying, I'm a little bit afraid, and I don't know if my resource is so good to present in front of so many teachers. But then we say, it's okay. We are amongst. This is like a big family here. Looking at my family members here around this table, and nobody's gonna hit anyone for doing something or making a mistake. Okay, so please go ahead, and then again. And if you want to present a resource, then what you do, and if you, all that you have to do is send maria@eduplat.org an email. Maria, say hello to everyone. Okay, so she's going to receive your email, and then eventually she will just put in order. She will reply, okay, you're going next, and then eventually we can just improvise as many as presentations as possible. And again, once we finish the presentations or once we run out of time, eventually we'll take a break, a little one, and then we'll just finalize with conclusions of the whole Congress. And then we will remind you that you are all invited to attend the next Congress that is going to be in Athens at the end of January. Okay, all the information is on the website, so I'm not going to share that. And I just want to start now with the presentations. Okay, so Alessandra, if you can please share the screen. Now, in the screen that Alessandra is going to share, there's going to be the names of many teachers who presented yesterday. I'm hoping that we have not missed anyone, but it's true that many people, that you signed last minute, and your resources were very good, and we managed to include you. As you know, there are many partners, so we had also the channels. We had the language channels in Portuguese, in Greek, in Italian, in Spanish, and in English. So obviously there's a lot of presentations going on. Nobody's managed to see them all, but most of them are in live. So all the presentations that were in the main channel, you will be able to see them in the YouTube channel, and you all have the connection to the YouTube channel. The presentations in the language channels, they're going to be in the Skype channels for 30 days. Well, 30 days starting yesterday, so that will be 28, 29 more days from today. Okay, and there was a little problem with the connection with the with the registration of the Portuguese first presentation. I don't know if they managed to record the second, but I checked the other presentations. It was very interesting, for example, to see the Greek presentations in Greek. I couldn't understand the thing, but I could see that in the Greek channel, they were like really active, and and talking to about the presentations and the resources, and it was really interesting. So if you don't speak, for example, Portuguese, I would welcome you to join the Portuguese channel and then see what they've been writing and they've been talking about. This is good to see people motivated. Same with any other language. Okay, so again, we're going to start now with the presentations, if that's okay, with the presentations of the resources. Now, if the person that we're presenting is here in the Zoom channel, then please just make sure that your camera is on. If it's not and you're watching this later, well, that's okay too. We will publish these certificates in the social media anyway, so you will get to see them. Now, the first prize, we have given it to someone who presented educational resources that generate suspense and curiosity. And there were two very powerful words. I remember in her presentation, so I'm giving you a little bit of a hint. It's a female teacher, very young, very motivated, and she created some resources that were fantastically well presented. She's been nominated by many people on board, and I'm sure that she gets many people to like her resources, both students, but also the teachers. Anyway, many of you might have guessed who this is. This is Paula La Cuesta Ginesta. Well done. Well, okay. Oh, maybe you want to do in like big presentation like that. Yeah. You can see the big screen. Yeah. Okay. So congratulations, Paula. I didn't see you in Zoom. Let's see if you are around. I don't think Paula is there. So if Paula is there, please, Paula, get your camera and get your microphone so that when your face will show first. I have many faces here, so I don't get to see you. Okay, no? Okay, for those presentations, for those prizes that we present, but the teacher is not there because, you know, she might be with the children, with the family, with whoever she wants to be, that's okay. And then what we do is we will talk a little bit about the resource itself. I'm not going to present it. I'm not going to present the resource. She presented, in fact, 2 different resources. The first one, she presented it at 12 in the English channel. So if you're interested in her resource, then log in the YouTube channel, because her presentation is in the second video that we presented. And she also presented in Spanish channel at 5 p.m. Okay, so then if you want to see, she presented obviously 2 different resources, both of them very interesting. The one that she got many nominations was for the one that she presented in the Spanish channel, and it was the title was Misterios, mysteries. And the idea is that she presented a resource that was about mysteries. You probably know Cluedo, the game Cluedo, that you have like different people committing like murders. And obviously people get interested when they play Cluedo because they want to find out who the person was, where they committed the murder and everything. So Paula has created these mysteries that basically she gives to children, and she motivates them so much to read these cards, to get all the information. And she does this with primary school kids in English, so in their foreign language. And she was telling us yesterday that she was surprised how little help she had to give her students. So you can imagine kids that are reading cards. This is like, you know, almost kids that are, I don't know, like they're going to be investigators. These are kids that they struggle to read in their mother tongue. These are kids that have a long text. Well, she did say that she does like different templates for different children. So for like, you know, for all the kids in the primary school, she does like long text, like a whole big paragraph. She cuts it short with less information for the kids that are, you know, younger. And for the kids that are very little, she puts like maybe just a sentence, a few words with pictures, etc. But she was surprised with all of them that they manage in teams to find out about these mysteries. But especially, she realized that she could just take like a back seat and watch how the kids were learning on their own. And personally, I found that extremely interesting. I think we teachers, we have to be there because we know that if we're not there, you know, the lesson does not go as well. But good leaders, and we teachers are leaders, they are good leaders if when they're not there, things happen the way they want to happen. Obviously, we discussed this in many presentations yesterday, when we do things that are a little bit fun, the fun can go towards people just like, you know, chatting, people just, you know, having, you know how kids can be when they have fun, but maybe there's not so much learning. So she told about different rules that she was using not to you know, get the whole thing excited. And as many other teachers suggested, the main thing is that if we provide fun, we have the power to stop it. And obviously children know, and children must know, that if we have the power to stop it, they have to behave. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with many more things. Again, congratulations, Paula. Thank you very much for presenting this with EduPlat. So we're gonna leave this presentation here with Paula, we will share it in the social media. But we're going to go to the next presentation. So one of my colleagues is going to get a microphone on, and he's going to talk a little bit about the next person that has been nominated.
Yes, we have decided to give a prize to Patrizia Tattoli, who has proposed the debate, which is one of the topical resource we are using nowadays. But she has been able to promote this resource with digital skills and writing skills, because at the end she asks her students to write what they have said. And this is also a nice way to integrate skills. Besides the digital skills, which have become very, very important, are also integrated in this activity. And another thing which has aroused our curiosity and interest is that she lets her students decide everything. The rules are set by the students. They decide who's going to speak. They decide how many people can have a say in the debate, how long their interventions must last. And also there is a panel of judges. Honestly, I have tried this resource myself, so I have had the chance to confront myself with her, and I must say that I will follow her, who is much younger than me, and I hope that we will follow each other in this path. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Francesco. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's very, very interesting. I agree with Francesco. It's very, very important, obviously. And remember that we are going to be sharing these awards. We're going to be tagging these authors there. So Patricia, don't know in which social media she's on, but we'll obviously share it in whatever social media she's shared with us. Patricia, I don't know if you're there. If you're there, you can get the microphone on and say something. It's okay. Well, I guess many people are sleeping. It's a Sunday, no problem. Ok, so thank you very much, Patricia. Grazie mille per presentare questa risorsa educativa. And we look forward to seeing you in the social media, presenting many, many more. Okay, obviously, those of you who are sharing EduPlat's social media, you will get to see this award and the links to Patricia. You can follow her like the others. Okay, we're going to keep this presentation again, this slide on, and then Eduardo is going to present the next prize. If possible, Eduardo, try not to mention the name of the person that's won the prize till the end. Let's create a bit of curiosity, a little bit of suspense if possible, okay? So, Eduardo.
You listen to me? Yes? Yes. Okay, so next person to have a prize, she's, we can say that she's a girl, okay? And I have loved her presentation because teachers and also students can create it, can use this kind of source, okay, of resource. So it's because of that that I think that the presentation was wonderful, very clear, okay. And in my case, you know that I love when not only the teachers but also the students are able to use this kind of resources. Okay, I think it's very, very important because finally the students are the principal actors, okay, of their education. So it's because of that that I have decided that this presentation was wonderful, and of course this girl has done a very, very well job with in education.
I guess everybody's curious now.
Yes. So. Okay, so 12 points goes to Sandra García Valiente.
Okay, well done. Okay, thank you, Eduardo. Muchas gracias. Gracias, Sandra, por presentar este recurso tan interesante. Thank you very much. And again, we look forward to seeing you. If you are live there to say something, some people might be there, but they might be too shy, and it's okay. It's very interesting when, and you see this with the students as well. You see this with the students that sometimes we tell them how good they're doing things, and students that are normally very, very loud, they start going quiet and they go like red. But it's important to be able to take in credit for what we've done and to use it to do better in the future. Okay. Now, again, I want just to remind people that have just logged in that if you have any resource that you want to nominate for an award, you just need to send laura@eduplat.org an email saying the name of the teacher that you want to nominate for and the reason, very important, the reason. And if you want to do a presentation of another resource that you couldn't fit in the very busy schedule that we had yesterday, send maria@eduplat.org an email with a link to your presentation, and she will reply saying, yes, we have a little bit of time at the end, and we will just cue you in the presentation that we're going to have at the end of this session, well, after the break. Okay? So now the next word is going to be, I'm going to be talking about this word. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Now, okay. So this next award is going to be given to a person, a teacher that does a lot more than teaching. He, this time is a he, managed to create a way that we teachers cannot just get one resource, but we can produce our own resources. And we can do that very, very quickly. I'm going to give you a little bit more hints about what he did. He created a method that we can download resources that are games for learning English. At the moment, he said that he's just published these so that we can create games for learning English, but he did say that he had in his imagination many ideas to present, to do something very similar for the same idea, presenting games for not just to teach English as a foreign language, which, having said that, is probably the language that is most learned as a second language, but also other languages like French, Chinese, Italian, Greek, Portuguese, any language. I'm going to give you a little bit more information. The resource that he presented is called Teacher Bingo because it's mainly based on like ways that you can use bingo in your classroom to teach languages. And just in case you haven't guessed who this is Harold Eichen. Please correct my pronunciation, Harold. Ich spreche nur ein bisschen Deutsch. So, Harold, I think you're there, so if you're not too shy, you can get the microphone on. I saw you earlier. Harold, I managed to Harold also gets credit because he stayed until very, very late. He's German, he's an English teacher, and he lives in China. And right now it's not too bad for him. I think he said it was just after 6 p.m. in the evening, but he stayed till quite late yesterday. So Harold, now's your chance.
Vielen Dank.
No problem.
Alvaro.
Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah, Harold. Okay.
Ich spreche auch nicht wirklich
Your
gut Deutsch.
microphone, Harold. Okay, yeah.
Huh? Can you hear me?
Now.
Okay.
Go.
From the German, I remember I said, Vielen Dank, Alvaro. I'm very, very honored to receive this reward.
Okay, bitteschön.
That's how we do it in China. We go this way.
Ah, like this, yeah, like victory, yeah. Victory, everyone, victory, yeah. Okay, good, yeah, I can see. Okay, thank you, Harold. Dankeschön. And sheshe. Okay, so let's go for the next. My microphone, my loudspeaker is off. Okay, so the next resource, who is going to be presenting the next? Someone in the Italian team. So since I'm giving already some information. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I activate. Yes. Okay, now I share the activity. So it's activity about the motivation of students, and we decide because to give these things to manual laboratory for our ability to involve students with promotion. Yeah, I don't share the. Okay, in activities which we stimulate to writing about to themselves and of their life, and which open possible developments of future real friendship. It's a new kind of writing friends. That's all. Manuela, yes, Manuela Brattoli.
Ok, Manuela Brattoli, grazie mille Manuela. Ok, grazie per compartire queste risorse educative con noi, molte grazie. Thank you very much, and again, I look forward to seeing more of your resources. And I'm looking around here because I can see many teachers that some of them, I remember talking to them and they say, I don't like speaking in public, but I know that they have many resources, I know that they have the interaction with students, and I know that you can publish them not in public, face-to-face, but mainly in public through the social media, okay? And then I welcome everyone that is watching us now or is watching us in the future to do the same as Manuela and the other teachers what we've been presenting today. Thank you. Okay, the next resource I'm going to be talking about. Yes, it's going to be for a teacher who can create magic. He, and again, I'm giving you another little bit of information. He can create magic with a platform that is not his own creation, but he's becoming an expert in using that platform because he creates games. He creates games for learning languages that are wonderful because students get engaged in these games and they just navigate through this platform that it looks quite complicated when we see it, but at the end, it's not quite complicated. He actually showed us yesterday live in the third presentation that we had, all the channels together in Zoom and YouTube. That was at 3:30. So if you want to check the video, that was at 3:30. How this platform enables everyone, all of us teachers, to create little games so that our students can navigate through this magic world. Oh, there's a lot of echo. Okay, so and maybe there's echo. I don't see any microphones. Well, sorry about that. If you can hear me with echo, I'm talking once only. Okay, so anyway, I was just saying that he can make this world that students navigate through, and at the end, they're doing pretty much anything that they can do in your classroom. So you don't actually need to change your resources. You just have to make them available in this platform, in this game platform, so that your students can do the same, but navigating in this magic world of fantasy while they're sitting in the chairs or while they're moving around your classroom, if you let them do that. Now, he also mentioned that this platform, you can actually do that for free. So that's even better. Yeah? When you can do things and you have to pay for it, it's okay. But if you actually can do that for free, it's even better. And obviously, this is something that stimulates both students when they're playing with these games to learn languages, but also stimulates teachers that are using this resource. And obviously, I don't want to give you more into the waiting. This award is given to Eduardo, who's here on my left. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Muchas gracias, Eduardo. Gracias por compartir estos fantásticos recursos. Thank you very much for him and everyone who's sharing the resources. Remember, please, these Eduardos and your teachers will share these presentations online, so you're more than welcome to follow them in the social media, and it will be easy if you follow us at eduplat.org. Okay, so you will say something about your resource a little bit more, Eduardo. Now that I know that you're not sleeping, I know that you're with your family now. So maybe you want to say something?
Yes, thank you so much for the prize, and I really recommend you this platform, which is called Classcraft. Okay, because as yesterday we have we saw, we can do whatever we want. Okay, not only digital skills, but also with papers, with songs, with all the things that we can imagine. We can prepare a very interesting experience for the students, and also for teachers. Okay, because you remembered that, for example, in order to correct in French passé composé or past perfect or something that normally is boring, with Classcraft you can have fun.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Just a little update. I was a little bit busy. I was trying to multitask. I'm really terrible multitasking. I'm already, sometimes I struggle to do just one task. Anyway, I just had a message from Maria that obviously she also has her commitment. So I'm going to just say that. And remember that we said that if you want to present another resource, then remember that you just need to send maria@eduplat.org just a link to your resource, and then she will reply to say when you can do it. Now she just told me that she can do that. I think she's put that in the Zoom chat as well. She can do that all only just before noon. Okay, I don't know if she means noon our time or noon her time. She's in Germany now. But that's okay. Please just do as soon as possible. It's 10:30 here in Portugal, 11:30 Central European time. So just do it within the next half an hour, and then eventually she will just let me know who is going to be presenting. Okay. Now regarding Eduardo's, I have the pleasure to tell you all that you're going to be able to see Eduardo again, because he's going to be attending the next Congress in Athens about gamification. He's been nominated many times for presenting this, and he will be presenting how you can actually use this platform to teach not just languages, but any other subjects. I know that even here around this room, there might be other teachers that teach not just a foreign language or like a mother tongue language, but also any other subject like history, mathematics, or anything. And obviously, the Congress in Athens about gamification is for all teachers that are interested in learning a little bit more about how we can make the lessons a little bit more interesting and fun and creative. Okay, nice. So let's move on. The next the next presentation is going to be awarded by Alessandra on my left. So she's going to say a little bit more about it.
Okay. Can you hear me? Yes. Yes. Everything is working now. Sandra, as you can see now, the microphone is working. Okay. So the next award will be for a person that shared with us many resources in the Portuguese channel. So you might start thinking about who it was. She opened a door for the future and made us all think about what life will be in 15 years now, the type of jobs that we will be having in the future that we don't know yet which will be, and how we can prepare our students for the future. So I think that it was a very interesting presentation that made us all reflect a little bit about what the future of our students will be and how we teachers should try to update our methods and our resources to help them face the future with the skills that are going to be needed. So, and I'm not going to keep you any longer waiting. So the next award goes to Lucy Bravo. Okay.
Bravo, bravo.
Lucy, bravo.
Okay, bravo, Lucy, bravo. Muito obrigado. I would like to say many more things in Portuguese, but that's how much I can say. Well, eu falo portunhol, so portunhol is like the mix of Portuguese and Spanish. For those of you who don't know, everyone here knows about it because everyone here is fluent in portunhol. Okay, but many people online, they might not know. As you know, there are all these languages. Spanglish is probably, they say that it's probably one of the languages most spoken, at least in the United States for sure. A mix of Spanish and English, and I'm sure we can make, Italiano. I know Italiano a lot because Italian and Spanish are so similar that you just get to share. Thank you, Lucy. I didn't have the chance to get to be in your presentation because, again, multitasking is difficult for me, but being like God in 2 different channels, it was impossible. And I'm sure I will be able to see more about what you produce on your social media. And since we're going to be publishing this award on EduPlus social media with links to yours, anyone that is interested in getting to know more about what you do will be able to follow you, okay? I'm saying this many times because when we did the prototype of this Congress, this is the first international Congress, but we had a prototype for this in Spain. It was very successful, and obviously there were things that we could have improved. And one of the things was that many of the teachers presenting mentioned that they wanted to connect with other teachers. And it was also an online event for many. In fact, most people were also online, like in this Congress. And also because it was we were still quite high on COVID at that time. And it was difficult for them. When you go on a face-to-face Congress, you can always exchange smiles, cards, numbers. But when you're online, that's important too. And I guess, obviously, through EduPlat social media is very, very easy. So I myself am going to be, I have already connected with her in LinkedIn, and I'm going to be connected with her in many other things that she does. Okay, now I'm going to be presenting for the next person. Okay, this award is being given to a teacher who presented educational resources that can be adapted to help students learn different languages. And this is what was quite interesting. And it's true that that she works mainly with the 2 languages that she is very, very fluent with, English and Spanish. So I've already given you many, many hints to get to know who she is. And then she actually produces these resources mainly through the YouTube channel, but she's also present in pretty much all the other social media. And she gives this access to all of these resources for free. And she doesn't just give access to the YouTube videos. I really like the fact that she produces the YouTube videos using templates that you can edit. And she was very, very happy to share these templates with anyone that connects with her through these through her channels. And obviously, just like everyone else, you can connect to her just like going through the YouTube channels, going through the EduPlat channels and eventually connecting with her. She is Maria Martinez. Okay, muchas gracias, Maria. Okay, Maria is the same Maria that I told you earlier, that you can send her an email on maria@eduplat.org. And Maria was here earlier. She's in Germany. She had to leave later, but I guess you're still there, Maria. So if you're still alive, please get your microphone on. She might be very busy getting all the emails from so many teachers that are sending her to say that they want to present. Yes,
Thank you.
Maria, go.
Thank you so much for this.
Your microphone, okay.
Is it on?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Yes. Thank you very much for this. Yeah, I have 20 more minutes, so I'll be in 20 minutes, 12 o'clock here in Germany. And it's been a very lovely experience meeting everyone, seeing the wonderful resources. I had the chance to go through in the channels. I didn't participate. I looked at some of the videos yesterday afternoon, and they were fantastic. They were so good that I didn't see, because I wasn't with, I was at Laura. Who was the first person who got the La Cuesta? What was the first name? I can't remember the name.
Laura.
And I saw her presentation on the channel. I saw her before in the first presentation, and I really liked that about the mystery. So that was fantastic, and many others as well. The one that Eduardo presented as well, I had the chance to meet with him as well, and that was fantastic. I really will be looking into using the craft class app. It looks really amazing. So thank you so much, and well done for putting all of this together and getting the chance to talk to each other, to share. Yeah, thank you. It's been lovely.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Gracias. Dankeschön. Remember, another Maria is just told me, if you want to nominate someone to have a certificate, remember you can send laura@eduplat.org an email with the name of the person that you want to nominate and also the reason. But some of you might say, oh, you know, I'd like many people. Please don't nominate too many. But what you can do what Maria's just done with her microphone, but do it using the social media. And I know that many of you have liked, and I can see in the Zoom and the YouTube channels that people are texting, typing messages, and this is good. But I think it's even better if you praise people on all these social media. Ideally, use the links that we send to their presentations before the Congress. We try to advertise every single presentation. Some of them we advertise them in all the channels, others only in the language channel. Obviously, teachers who are presenting a resource, say it's only in Italian, for example, they will mainly advertise in the Italian EduPlat social media. We try to reshare it, but remember that you have access to all the EduPlat social media and all the channels. So if you want to praise any presentation, any resource from yesterday, ideally do it in public. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about that later on, but you can do that from now onwards, so you can do that whenever. It takes you maybe just a few seconds, and you can change the world with just one little message. You can change the world with one sentence that says something nice about one presentation, if you make it public, because that person is going to feel, hey, all the hours that I spent doing this resource were worth it. I want to do that again. And it gets feedback that the world is about people, not just about machines that are doing things. So thank you for doing that in advance to everyone. Now, let's keep going. The next presentation, I think Francesco is going to be presenting the next person. Okay, so Francesco, you can get the microphone on now.
Daniela Vicentini, because she has proposed an activity which associates the learning of sight words, which, as we all know, is very useful for learning words because the visual memory helps us to remember words. But there is a plus in her proposal. She asks her students, her children, to make this word into a gesture by them. I mean, she has, if she wants to teach the word smile, then she asks the children, to make a smile themselves, which is also a sort of TPR method, good for children in particular, but which could be used also for older students, because they also need to memorize words, as many as possible. So it is a nice and creative idea. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Francesco. Grazie.
Grazie mille, Daniela. Okay, same thing again. Remember that you're going to be able to connect with Daniela through her through EduPlat social media. We'll certainly publish this award and with her links to her. Well done. Now, the next award is going to be presented by someone who's sitting here on my right. Okay, his name is Marios. He was meant to be arriving here yesterday, but obviously, you know, he's traveling from quite far away, probably the farthest place away. Now we have people traveling from Athens. So he didn't manage to present yesterday. We managed to have a substitute for him yesterday, but he's going to be presenting later on. After the break, the first presentation is going to be his resource. But now what he's going to do, he's just going to present this award. So I'll let him just do the talking now.
Hi there. I hope that you can hear me loud and clear. It's lovely to be here with everyone, with all these experienced professionals and sharing experiences and ideas. And I trust that this will be useful EU-wide. So regarding our prize, I'll try to keep some suspense for everyone. So he or she talked about a way that we can integrate some new tools into the learning formats and how we can engage students, because this it is quite important, especially in this work, to have an audience that is interested, that is using resources and materials that are quite familiar, because the end goal is always to try to create an impact. It's a job where it's all about impacting the students. He presented, I'm going to give one more. He presented a way to integrate mobile assisting language into the learning formats, and how this could be also useful in order to develop vocabulary, to have some listening, some hearing, understanding when you're listening to some educational sources. So without wanting to take any more of your time, that is Yanis Britiotis. He's an excellent guy. I also happens to have worked with him. We are really excited to give that award to him. That doesn't mean that the rest of the participants did not deserve an award, but we really believe that Yannis' effort and also his smile and his happiness and dedication to yesterday's event was something unique. So that's just from the Greek side.
Okay, Evgaristo, Marios, Evgaristo, Giannis, thank you very much for presenting this wonderful resource. I had to say that when I did mention earlier that when I was yesterday going through the channels, I saw the presentation in the Greek team, and it was, you know, it was very live. I couldn't understand a thing, and that was a little bit, an inconvenience, obviously. And I have to say that the next Congress is in Greece. The next Congress is not just for language teachers, it's for teachers of any subject. We wanted to have here in Portugal the first Congress for language teachers, because at the end, there are more language teachers who speak good English than teachers of other subjects. Makes sense, because at the end of the day, they're into languages. And so what we're going to do in Greece, and I'm already telling you, apart from having these language channels, so there will be, again, a Portuguese channel, there will be a Greek channel, there will be Italian channel, Spanish channel, an English channel. All the channels, and especially the mainstream, will be translated simultaneously into all the languages. So if, say, for example, right now there is someone that would like to attend this Congress and says, yes, but in English, I don't get to understand everything. And they will be able to have subtitles. If fingers crossed, if our technology works, they will be able to have subtitles in whatever language they fancy. It might be their mother tongue, or it might be just another language that they want to just test if the whole thing is working. And that might be easier for people to connect. I know that there are many I know of many teachers in Spain, for example, who are very, very good creating games and games for learning the subjects, but they might be teaching history of Spain and their English is extremely limited and they wouldn't be able to present or even worse, to receive information through the English channel. So they're going to be able to participate and they're going to be able to go to Greece and be welcomed by Marius and his team there. Okay, and eventually share the resources. Because the idea, remember, of this European project is that we connect with teachers from other countries and get to know about what they're doing in other countries that I have very little communication with. In my case, I've been to Greece many times, but because of my limited vocabulary in Greek, I guess it's a little bit more difficult to connect with all the teachers, especially those whose English is limited. So, you know, I welcome you all, whatever languages you speak, whatever limitations with your languages, to come to the next EduPlat event. Anyway, the next award is going to be presented by Alessandra on my left. So I'll let you do that, Alessandra.
Okay. So, first of all, I would like to congratulate all the other teachers that have been awarded. Unfortunately, we were not able to see all the presentations. We will in the future by watching the YouTube and the recordings of the Zoom channels. But the fact is that I feel that in some parts you are presenting resources that we haven't seen, and it's also appealing and make us want to look at the recordings so that we can discover why these people were nominated and received this award. I'm saying this because the person that I'm going to nominate also presented in the Portuguese channel, so you were not able to watch it either. She talked about teaching foreign languages using literature, not adapted literature, but getting a real book and giving them to the students. And it doesn't matter which level the students are, they may be beginners, we teachers can adapt that resource to our students. And the fact that we help them know more about literature, about writers, I think really improves the interest that they have in learning a language. One of the strategies that she uses, or that she used in the resource that she presented, was to work language by senses and memories. So in one of the chapters of the book that she brought to class, the main character talked about her memory of eating a cake. And the teacher brought the cake to class and asked the students to close their eyes and eat it, and then write the words that came into their minds as they were eating the cake, and then to translate them into the language that they were learning. So it's a different approach of literature inside the classroom. So congratulations, Ana Claudia, if you could.
Okay, muito obrigado, Ana Claudia. As Alessandra said, I didn't manage to be able to see your presentation, and hopefully I'll have a little bit of time very, very soon to connect with your presentation. I think I can manage your presentation in Portuguese, so I will certainly have a look at it. Remember, and this is for everyone, all the presentations that were in the mainstream channel will be, well, are already in the YouTube, so you can connect with any presentations at any time. We try to cut all the videos into the sections, and all the presentations in the language channels are in the language channels. And by the way, I need to repeat the apologies from yesterday. For some reason, some people got the links very, very easily. Other people didn't. Well, you know, we work with technology. It's difficult. I just made sure that these links are in each of the websites. So if you're interested, for example, to see Ana Claudia's presentation in Skype, I think this one was recorded, yeah. So all you have to do is just go to the website in any language, and then you change to Portuguese, and you will see exactly the same message in Portuguese, and you will click what it says, go to the Skype Portuguese channel, and you just go through there, and these presentations, these videos are going to be there live for at least 27 more days. I don't know if it's 27 or 28. They go up to 30 in total. So, and the same will be with all the other presentations that were in the language channel. So although we divided into smaller groups and, you know, nobody could do them all at the same time, remember, all of this has been recorded, and you're more than welcome to watch these videos as many times as you want. And remember to interact using not the Skype channel, because there might not be anyone there at that time that you go, but interact with the social media. And I'm sure you will be able to find Ana Claudia if you follow EduPlat social media, because we're certainly going to tag her through this little certificate. Now, we're almost reaching 11 o'clock here in Portugal, midday in Spain and Italy, 1 p.m. already in Greece. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop now. We're going to have a break. Okay, we're going to make it a little bit longer break than the ones we had yesterday. Yesterday was very, very busy. And today we have a time, but we're also going to be able to give you time to, send, if you have next emails to, for presenting. I know that Maria sent me that Harald is going to be presenting another resource. So welcome, Harald. We will come back in a little bit, so you will be able to present. Laura also wants to present some of her resources, so you're more than welcome. These are the only two that Maria had. We have obviously Mario's presentation, we have Alessandra's presentation. So we're going to have quite a few presentations. Please remember to send an email right now to Maria. You have like just 3 minutes to do so if you haven't done it already. And remember that if you want to give nominations to any other teacher that presented yesterday or today, because we already have 4 more presentations, you're more than welcome to do that. To send an email to laura@eduplat.org. Now, is it okay for everyone that we come back in half an hour? So that is 11:30, yeah? 1 hour?
Yes,
I'm just
suggesting for us to have right to conclude.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No problem. Yes. I understand your point, Antonio. But what happens is that people need a break and people need time to send these emails. So I take your feedback, but I'm not going to use it. Sorry. Yeah, but this I understand, Antonio. But I know. I understand very well. But you know, there's people that want to present, and we have 4 presenters. Some of them need to plan the last minute presentation. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have a happy medium in between. So please come back here at 11:45 Portuguese time. That's in exactly 15 minutes. Okay. And I think with this time, you guys will have time. Oh, sorry, quarter past 11. Yeah, I'm looking at the Spanish time. Thank you. Obrigado, Alessandra. So 11:15 Portuguese time, 12:15 in Spain, 12:15 in Italy, 1:15 in Greece. Please be on time, because it's very, very important that sometimes we say we want short breaks, but if we take breaks too long, and I really apologize, I really apologize for yesterday. We had the need to take a too long break. There were many people delayed from the restaurant. It's not going to happen today. 15 minutes, but sharp on time in just 15 minutes here, please. Thank you. Okay.